Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Jokebook Rally here, back again with another video. And I'm just ready to have a little video here and talk to you guys about some stuff on YouTube. And first of all, um, I just want to say welcome back to my channel. Before you do anything else, make sure you hit the subscribe, hit the like button, hit the notification bell so that you know when I'm posting another video, and enjoy this video if you dare. Before we get into it, um, I didn't think this far ahead. I don't know what I'm doing. Um, Crap. Are we recording right now? Oh shit, we're recording right now. Molly, 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 Molly. Molly, we're recording right now. Say something. Say something. Internet like cat. Internet like cat, so you gotta say something. The internet likes cats, so she has to say something now. So I go YouTube famous. Molly, say something. This is Molly. She's my cat. I used to just have a cat named Tuesday, but me and my wife adopted Molly. And now Molly's our cat. First, Molly and Tuesday didn't get along very well. When Molly first got here, Tuesday was like, "No, I'm top cat. I get to push you around. I get to say where you're allowed to be and who you get to hang out with and everything." But at first Molly was like, "Oh no," and she would run away from Tuesday. But all of a sudden she started standing up for herself, and now she don't take nothing. She don't take shit from Tuesday. And all of a sudden, as soon as she started standing up for herself, Tuesday said, "Oh crap!" And she wasn't ready. She wasn't ready to get pushed back. But anyway, guys, welcome to my channel. If you're fans of the channel, welcome back. There's a lot of you out there. If you're new to the channel, join the Patreon. Join the Patreon. Guys, there's a lot of good things going on at the Patreon, and you deserve to be there. You deserve to be part of this community. We've got big things in the works. You can private chat with me. You can send me instant messages. Jokebook Rally, that's my YouTube handle. And we can chat. We can shoot the shit. Just come over to the Patreon. You know, we started at about $10 a month. That's entry level. And I think you would be a great addition to this community, because we got a lot of great things to talk about, a lot of interesting topical. We got a lot of good things to talk about, you and me, you specifically and me. So, and I know, like, if I were you, I would really want to have a conversation with me. So, come here. Just like Molly. Molly loves having conversations with me. She's so chatty. She's the chattiest cat I have ever met. Right? Meow. 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 Say something. Say something. The internet's waiting. They love you. The internet loves you. And they're waiting. They're waiting for you to say something. They're waiting for you to say something. Please. Please, Molly. Say something. You remember that song that was like, "Say something, I'm giving up on you"? And that song was like, that was like the song for like maybe a year and a half. This was probably like, I want to say that was like 6 years ago or something. And that song was everywhere for like a year and a half. And then all of a sudden it was like, whew, and I haven't heard it played since that year and a half that it was a big thing. I haven't heard it at all. Really makes you think, doesn't it? That's just that's pop culture for you. You're a hit one day, and everybody loves you, and then the next, nobody wants to talk to you, hear from you. You're all alone forever. Right, Molly? That would never happen to you, though. Once Molly goes internet famous, she's there for the long haul, because she's a star. Oh. She's very difficult to what do you call it? Clip her claws, cut her claws, her fingernails. Very difficult to get her to comply with that. Insubordinate. And so her claws end up getting pretty long and sharp. And sometimes they puncture my body. They puncture my skin and make me hurt. And bleed sometimes. I even bleed. Earlier today, I was holding her like this, with her head over here and her paws on my shoulder. But then she got in her mind that she wanted to start climbing even further up to be perched upon my shoulder. And so she dug her claws straight into my meat, my shoulder meat. And I don't really want to talk about what happened because I started bleeding. And I don't want to talk about it. Can we stop talking about it, please? No more. No more. No more. I got new glasses. Can you see me? Oh. Can you see me through the glasses? Whoa, you get to see the world like I do. I didn't know that this was possible. That's how I see the world. Oh my God. We just had a huge moment, me and the viewer at home, because you were sitting here and you had a perspective of me that was from you at home viewing through either your laptop computer, your desktop computer, your cell phone, or your tablet device. Or maybe you have one of those next-gen Apple Watches, wristwatch. Maybe that can play YouTube. I don't know. They're going to get there someday. Right? But anyway, my point is, there you were, sitting, watching this YouTube video of me, Jokebook Rally. And you're just sitting there, and your perspective is fixed. In your house, on a train, wherever, you have a screen, a little rectangle. You don't know what my life is like. You don't know anything about me. You don't know the first thing. You don't know my name. Jokebook Rally, you think that I was born and my mom and my dad looked at me and said, Jokebook Rally. That's what we're calling that son of a gun. Sorry, Mom. I don't mean that. Ugh. Yikes. Anyway, when I did this, and I put my glasses up to the camera of my laptop, all of a sudden, your perspective of you being on the other side of the screen, looking at me, the whole thing was reversed. All of a sudden, you were me, and I was you. And now you know just about everything there is to know about me. And don't go looking for more information about me, please. There's nothing to find. There's nothing. You won't ever find nothing about me. Don't go looking. Please, leave it alone. Leave it. Don't. Don't look at. Don't. There's nothing there. But what I wanted to do today is do a little expose, a little internet expose on a social media YouTuber, a YouTuber who has social media presence that I found on the internet, on YouTube. Give me a second when I figure out how to run OBS again. 1 second. Thank you. Crap. Huh? How do I do this? I forget how to do this. I forget how to be professional. How you do this again? Can someone... I think that's what I need. Just like that. Somebody help me, please. I forget. Oh, crap. I remember now. I should have, before I started recording, I should have refamiliarized myself with OBS, because right now I don't look like the professional that I really am. Right now I'm making an embarrassment of myself. And I'm humiliating myself. And this is public humiliation. Right now I'm engaged in public humiliation. Guys, right now I'm publicly humiliated. And this is an all-time low for me. Guys, this sucks. You know, I wish there was something that I can... Let me do this one more time so you guys can understand how I'm feeling. Oh wait, this is actually a more accurate representation. So this is it. This is what my life... Yep, no, that's basically exactly it. This is what my life is like. Guys, do you feel humiliated the way I feel right now? Are you starting to feel what it feels like to start recording a YouTube video, and then you realize, oh crap, I don't even remember how to work OBS. That's like bare minimum. But guys, don't believe it, because actually this was a bit the whole time, guys. Chat, I was joking. Guys, it's just a bit. I know what I'm doing. You guys are actually the ones who've been publicly humiliated. Easy. There we go. That's all I wanted to do. Anyway, we are going to dip into a bit of a YouTube freak that I've discovered recently. And I'm just going to riff. I'm going to watch the videos. I'm going to riff. I don't know who this son of a gun is, but I have a feeling I'm not going to like him. I got a little taste of his content earlier. I didn't like what I saw. And I said, this is interesting enough that I gotta make a video reacting. That works, right? Yes. Okay, I'm still there. I know how this works. I know how OBS works. Okay, so who is this guy? Let's click on his profile. A Smelly One. A smelly one. I think that might be a fart reference. As you can see, I've taken a little bit of a look at some of his videos, but honestly, I haven't watched very much. And let's just look at this and see what this guy's doing.
That's in frame.
Why can't I hear him?
Where to start? Okay. This is very good. I am here owning the fact that I am now a video game YouTuber. I apologize that my eyes are not looking at the camera. My setup is horrendous right now. It's terrible.
That should fix that. Right? Why can't I hear this son of a gun? Oh.
Terrible idea.
That's why.
Dell on the XPS.
I'll start it over. Also, I just realized I forgot to...
I forgot to plug my computer into the wall, and actually I was about to die of battery loss. Sorry.
Oh, wait. I forgot something. Wait. I want to show off this tie-dye shirt that I made. Ooh. I'm wearing an undershirt, not for style reasons. It's not a decision I made based on any stylistic preferences. I'm recording this in December, guys, and it's cold outside, and I've only made tie-dye shirts that are in the t-shirt form. I haven't made any long sleeve shirts, so I have to wear some Under Armour. Under Armour, don't sue me. Don't sue me for saying your name. I have to wear an Under Armour undershirt with long sleeves so that I don't turn into an ice cube while I do things like record YouTube videos for YouTube. Do you understand that? No, I'm not surprised. I'm sorry to say that because that's not a nice thing to say. But guys, can you blame me? I literally forgot how to do this again already. I'm so bad at computers. You know, before I got on the scholarly track that I'm on now, which is in the human services field, the social work field, because I'm a people guy, you know. Before I got on that track, I was spinning my wheels, trying to figure out cybersecurity, if you can believe it. A guy like me, trying to figure out computers for a career. Can't believe that. And tell you what, I spent about a year, and don't laugh at me, because I know there's tons of tech freaks and tech nerds and people that, I'm sorry if you're a tech nerd or a tech freak out there. I'm sure you're a lovely person. I'm sure you have many valuable relationships in your life, blah, 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 blah. But I don't respect you. And I'm sorry to say that because I have a lot of respect for you guys in the profession that you have, and I know that you guys make the world, you know, work. You make, you know, everything these days is based on the computer. Everything these days is internet reliant and, you know, blah, 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 blah. But, and I respect that. I have full and utmost respect for you guys, but I don't want to be your friends. I don't like you. And honestly, I can't respect what you do or the type of person you are. But anyway, my point is I tried to go down that route for a while because I was like, well, you know, that's where all the money is right now. It's in cybersecurity, it's in the tech field, it's in programming, it's blah, 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 blah. And I spun my wheels for about a full year straight. And I was really trying. I was trying to get my Sec Plus cert. Trying to get that Sec Plus cert because if you get that, you can get you can get an entry level job. And I tell you what, I could not do it. Me and computers is just incompatible. And I spent about a year spinning my wheels. And I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. So respect to you guys who can. Respect to y'all who can do it, who can strap down, learn the computer learn you. You guys know how to work together as a team to get stuff done for the rest of us. But for me, a guy like me, ain't no shot. I tried. Ain't no shot. So anyway, let's get on with this. I've spent enough time talking your ear off.
That's in frame.
All right, right off the bat, I hate this guy. This guy sucks. Look at what he's wearing. That's not a tie-dye shirt. What is this? That just looks like a white t-shirt with black or navy blue, possibly, bands around the sleeves and the collar. Man. Look at me. Tie-dye shirt. It's not that hard. Not that hard. Anyway. Let's get back into this painful video.
Where to start? Okay.
Where to start, indeed.
I am here owning the fact that I am now a video game YouTuber. I apologize that
Are
my
you now?
eyes are not looking at the camera. My setup is horrendous right now. It's terrible. What you're seeing me through is my laptop web camera, which my laptop, if this is the screen...
Hold on. Stop. You're recording on your laptop. On your laptop. I don't even need to say anything for everyone at home to understand how this is just absurd. Why am I wasting my time watching this?
Instead of being like a normal laptop and putting the camera right here, it put it right down here by the keyboard, which means like if I joined a Zoom call or something, I'd be like, it looked like I'm staring at the ground. It's a terrible idea.
You know what? This is the type of guy. Okay, here, let me pull back for a second. Oh, crud. Crud, what's happening? Where's my Okay, listen. This is the type of guy, Mr. A Smelly One, if that's your real name. This is the type of guy who, a few years from now, something's going to come out. There's going to be a story. And I think we know what type of story I'm talking about. And he's going to get canceled. And no one's going to be surprised. Enough said. Let's get back to the video, shall we?
Yeah, Dell on the XPS or whatever it's called, XPS 700, y'all are foul language for putting the camera down.
Okay, let's be careful about calling out Dell like that. Dell's like a huge company who creates laptops and tech crap for the rest of us, and it makes our lives a lot better. What have you contributed to society, mister? Probably nothing, except for this amazing video.
Well, anyway, my face is up here. I'm pointing like way up there, and the camera's like down there, so sorry for that. Right off the bat. Wow, so much. I got my camcorder.
Yeah, we're really front-loading this video with excuses for its quality problems, which are glaring and honestly distracting. We're blaming Dell. What am I watching? I didn't pay any money to watch this video specifically, but I did spend some time. And honestly, I want that time back. But we're going to keep on going because I'm making content.
Right here, you probably can't see it. That's going on the TV here. Our sponsor today. Oh, now you see my body.
First of all, okay, hold on. Let's go back a second. What is this? What? So apparently, this man, a smelly one here, he's got his laptop cam right here, and then he's got a camera. This is a camera angle of a TV set. This is an old-fashioned TV. So he's got his camera facing him, and then he's got a camera facing. He should just have. Look, if I was making this video, you do it all in OBS. You have your monitor mirrored. Okay, you'll need two cameras, one facing your television set that looks like it's from the 90s, let's be honest, or maybe the early 2000s, with these stickers all over it. What is this aesthetic? What is this aesthetic? Old? Are we going for old aesthetic? Is this a retro vibe? There are so many problems with this video. There are so many problems with this.
Here, our sponsor today. Oh, now you see my body. Sponsor today.
Yeah, which, by the way, we don't want to see.
Let's put it right here.
Oh, shit. See, I forgot to switch back to this view. Now, I got it. Okay. Humble pie. Humble pie. I can do it. I can admit when I'm wrong. I can admit when I've made a mistake. Okay? I just spent some time criticizing a smelly one, this YouTuber, for his setup with his camera. He had one camera on his face, and they had a whole nother camera. Some low quality camcorder, it looks like, from the 90s or the early 2000s, facing a television set. But, and here's where the humble pie comes in, I forgot to switch my OBS setup. I forgot to make my webcam thing go back to size so that you could see the video, and so you weren't even seeing what I was referring to. So, you know what, humble pie, a smelly one, I wouldn't usually do this, but apologies, kind of, although, you know, probably 2 seconds later after I go back to your video, there's going to be another thing to complain about for valid and legitimate reasons. So, my bad, but, you know, honestly, your stuff's a lot worse than mine. So, let's get back to the video, maybe. I'll run it back a little bit, maybe. Okay. So you can see what I was talking about. Okay, here's what I was talking about. We got him here, and we got this. Look at the quality. Lo-fi aesthetic, maybe. And then it's December 18th. So you can tell this is an old camera. Probably from the 90s or the early 2000s. It's got stickers on this old TV set, which is also probably from the late 90s, early 2000s. And that's what I was talking about earlier. But, you know, again, I made a mistake as well. Sorry, guys, I'm hacking right now. I'm hacking here too. I have another laptop over here. Oh, snap. Guys, sorry, I have a very important hacking mission that I have to accomplish right now. Okay, this is... Alright, actually... Okay, actually, this is really good. Okay, so what I'm doing right now, it has a lot to do with the drone sightings in New Jersey. Yeah, okay, yeah. And threat eliminated. Let's go, guys. Guys, this is actually huge. Guys, this is actually a really big deal. Guys, I just eliminated the drone threat in New Jersey. Yeah, and guess what? It was extraterrestrial. But, you know, it was 100%. It was extraterrestrial. Those were classic style gray aliens with the big old heads and the big old eyes and the classic short bodies. That's what this was. And they were in the drones, and they were flying all over New Jersey. As we all know, it's been in the news. We've been talking about it. We've been flipping our lids, saying, what is it? What is it? What is it? But it was extraterrestrial. And guess what? I just hacked into their system. I hacked into their mainframe on the mothership. And it wasn't an Iranian mothership. It was a real okay, this is confidential information right here. I should not be sharing this information. But there's a level of trust that I've established with my community here over the years that I feel safe to share this information with you. And also, the threat's been eliminated thanks to me, so I'm not really too worried about this info getting out. So I just happen to be one of the best hackers of all time. And so I've taken care of just about everything. But yeah, the mothership was actually back in the Zeptar system, which is about 536 million light years away from us. Yeah, that's the level of technology we're talking about. They're controlling everything from about 536 million light years away. Yeah, and that's why you need guys like me who can take care of things like this. You think that your average cybersecurity wackadoodle, between you and me, guys, loser. Your average cybersecurity wackadoodle loser can't handle the threats that our country and, planet are facing right now. The Zeptar system, they're messing with us from, again, 536 million light years away. And meanwhile, you got fools here in the States, in the other countries on this planet, saying it's an Iranian mothership. Guys, thank me. Thank me right now. Please, in the comments section, leave comments saying, thank you, Jokebook Rally. You saved our lives, honestly, because you're not aware. Sorry, I'm getting texts. Oh, yep. President Biden, thank you so much. President Biden, thank you so much. Jokebook, you're the hero of the planet. You really saved our asses. Big deal. Here's $5 million. You know what? $5 million. I'll add that to my $1 million collection. President-elect Trump. Yes. Okay. He says, Andrew, you're a star. 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 You're a bright, shining star. I love you. You're a bright, shining star. $1 billion from President-elect Donald Trump. Are you kidding me? I only had like $2 billion before I got that. So like, that's a big deal. So now I got $3 billion. But you know what? I deserve it. Let's see, anybody else here? Oh, my wife, honey, I just heard the news. Thank you so much. I was really scared. I'll give you an extra big hug and a kiss today. Yes. My best friend says, dude, you rock. You rock so much. Can't wait for the video to drop. This is going to be so awesome. And you're going to be famous forever. That actually means a lot coming from them because they're actually really famous. If I told you guys who my best friend is, You wouldn't believe me, so I'm just gonna. Okay, it's Tom Hanks, but I should not have said that. He's gonna be so pissed. Sorry, Tom. But you know what? Tom, we've been friends since the Gump movie. Since Gump, I just call it Gump. We've been friends since that movie because I was so blown away by his performance as the titular Forrest Gump, that I said, I gotta meet this guy. I gotta hang out with him. I gotta hear how he got into that. Sorry, let me give myself the big screen because I deserve it. I'm on a roll today. I've done a lot. I've done a lot for this country, for this planet. I'm getting a lot of international recognition right now. I deserve the full screen. I don't want to have to share it with a smelly one. Why am I wasting my time watching his bullcrap? Anyway, Gump. How do you talk? You thought, Tom, you're gonna kill me for butchering this impression. Lieutenant Dan. We rib each other a lot, you know. It's no biggie. We'll laugh about it over beers. Anyway, what was I saying about Hanks? My buddy Hanks. Yeah, after I saw Gump, I said, I need to know this guy. I need to get into his head. I need to understand his wavelength because he's working on a different wavelength than a lot of people, I think, in the industry right now. And I've got a lot of connections in the industry, the film industry, Hollywood. You say my name in some of the exec, spaces in Hollywood. Yeah, people are going to know it. But I said, okay, who's this Hanks guy? Who's this Tom Hanks guy? I want to get to know him. He sounds interesting. I like his performance. I like his aura, his vibes. It's all hitting for me. And you know what? We got together. We hit it off. We hit it off like that. In a way that honestly does not happen very often for me because I'm kind of an acquired taste. I come on a little strong for some people just because I have a very powerful aura. I have a very intense personality, and some people just aren't ready for it. And it's not, it is a sign of weakness for other people, but it's not something I judge people for being a little put off by me. I don't judge people for being put off by me, but it does make me think less of them as a human, and I think that they have less worth, honestly, than the people that I vibe with, because it's you're weak, and you can't handle me, and you're weak. Anyway, Hanks, he's not weak. That man, he can go toe to toe with me, actually. He can go toe to toe with me. He can throw him back, man. Tell you what, Mr. Hanks, he can throw him back. He's a drunk. He's a cocaine addict, also. Something I wasn't going to get into, and I probably shouldn't have just said that. But yeah, he's been on cocaine since the '80s. But we're friends, and he just texted me. Yeah, so I like Hanks. He's all right. Absolutely loved Castaway. What he came up with that volleyball. What do you call it? Wilson the volleyball. Genius stuff. And that was actually that was kind of inspired by. I don't know if you guys know this. Actually, this is behind the scenes detail. The whole Wilson concept, that was actually inspired by real life experiences that I had when I was stuck on an island and I was having FedEx boxes roll up. Now, I wasn't in a plane crash, mind you. I did not wind up on the island because of any plane crash or any type of accident. It was actually 100% intentional. I was challenging myself. You ever seen Mr. Beast? Mr. Beast type challenges where, you know, they've stayed on a deserted island before. They stay in excuse me. They stay in deserted islands, all types of stuff. By the way, Mr. Beast, great guy. Another cocaine addict, but I don't think anyone's surprised to hear that. Anyway, I was doing it on purpose because I wanted to challenge myself. I've been tested, tried by just about every mechanism and system of testing a person that there is, and I've come out victorious. And this was like one of the final 10 challenges I had for myself before I was like ready to say, okay, I'm probably like the most powerful and badass and dominant alpha male out there. So this is one of them. This is probably like I think it was number 9. And I was working my way down to number 1. I'll get to what number 1 was after I'm done telling this story. So I had a crew who took me on a boat and then a helicopter, and then I skydived out of a plane, and then landed on a very remote island in the Pacific. I won't disclose which island it is. Let me just say, it was inhabited before I got there. It was inhabited before I got there. But obviously, and I know this is where it gets a little bit, you know, some snowflakes out there might have problem with what I'm about to say, but, you know, just understand what this test was, you know, understand the value of this test, right? This was number 9 in a series of 10 tests that were going to determine whether or not me, Jokebook Rally, is the single most alpha dominant and most powerful individual probably ever. So, you know, when you think about it like that, it's, you know, I think the price, you know, to me it was worth it. So yeah, I get to the island. The inhabitants had already been cleared out. They're taken care of, by the way. They didn't just die. And, you know, I'm there for a couple of days. Honestly, it's like a vacay for me. Because, like, you know, guys, I'm built different. You should know that by now. Yeah, I'm built different. I'm on a deserted island. I don't have any... By the way, I was there naked. Because you go there with tools. You go there with clothes. What are you proving? That you're a Boy Scout? That you got your Eagle badge or whatever it is? It's bullshit. You know, like any Eagle Scout, any Boy Scout, any Cub Scout, honestly. And that's when I stopped because... when I was in elementary school, like a lot of kids in elementary school, my parents put me in the Cub Scouts. But I realized after probably our first meeting that this was for babies. And I just, even at that age, I was like, I'm not a baby. I can do this stuff. Put me on the woods right now. I'll come back with more than I went in with. I'll come back with animal pelts. I'll come back with hand-made tools made out of animal bones and teeth. I'll come back, honestly, having gained weight from all the food that I was able to eat outside. Sorry, this is just bringing up a lot of memories for me. I'm good though. I'm strong. I'm so strong. Anyway, I'm on this island, and I feel like I'm invincible. I'm still naked. I haven't felt the need to create clothing for myself at this point. It wasn't it wasn't uncomfortable for me to be there naked. There are bugs, of course. There's mosquitoes. This is real life. This is real life stuff. The bugs that get in your crevices. They get in your crevices, and I know for a lot of people that would be enough right there to pull the plug on the whole thing. But for me, it's another Wednesday. Let's be honest. And so, I'm just chilling, honestly. I hadn't even needed to eat anything yet. We're 4 days in. Because I do intermittent fasting every single week. I take 1 day off from food. Because this is basic discipline stuff, guys. And if you're not intermittent fasting right now... Oh, snap. I got a hack again. Pentagon just called. Oh, God. No. Wait. Oh, wait. Yes. I actually can't talk about what I just accomplished yet, but you'll be hearing about it soon, probably from a lot of news outlets. Let's just say a lot of the things that you had to worry about up until this point are a thing of the past now. You're welcome again. Thank you. Let's check my texts. Okay, I can't say who this is from, but all it says is I'm speechless. Thank you so much. So, there you go. I just keep going and I keep going and I keep honestly helping the world in ways that everyone watching this video can only dream of. And I think that's kind of cool. I just think that's kind of cool. I do what I can. Again, you're welcome. Let me give you a second to bask in the glory that I'm feeling right now. Yep. Yeah, that's how it feels. Take a minute. Enjoy it. That's it. That's how it feels. All right. Enough. You're going crazy. Guys, stop. It's for me. Oh, my goodness. Hey, Molly. Hi. Woo. Meow. Guys, my cat's so awesome. She almost as awesome as her father, that being this guy. You hear that? Come here. What? What do you need? No way, guys. Actually, she was saying, thank you, Dad. You did so many good things today. Oh my God, that's so awesome. Thank you so much, Molly. Aw, that was such a nice thing to say. I'm actually so touched. Aw. I'm proud of you too. Molly. Go on. She just said something very nice, but it was actually a personal. It was you know, personal thing between a father and his daughter, but very meaningful moment for me and for her. Anyway, back to the recounting my my challenge number 9. We just call it number 9 in my circles. I'm on day 4. Haven't eaten, haven't adorned myself with cloths of any type. Haven't slept because didn't want to, and that becomes important because what happened was, I discovered a volleyball on the beaches, and I pick it up and I say, well, what am I going to do with this? It's just me. I can't play volleyball. Not that if I had anyone to play volleyball with, it would be any sort of competition, because I could take on the other team full of Olympic volleyball athletes, a full team, and then just me on the other side, and I would win handily. But I said, you know what? Even though that's the case and I don't have anyone to play with to humiliate, I'm going to keep this. I'm going to hang around this island with this and just see what happens. So anyway, that's day 4. Day 5 comes around, and at this point I am hallucinating because of a lack of sleep and a lack of food. And also I've been bitten at this point by lots of insects that we don't necessarily have here in the States. And I think I may have contracted malaria, and possibly Zika, and possibly a third unknown thing. The physical symptoms I was experiencing were pretty intense. Do you remember when I told you this story, Molly? Oh, she totally remembers. She just wants to sit there and listen. That's so cool. That's so cool. That's so cool, Molly. Such a good cat. Such a good daughter. Excuse me. I'm sorry for burping. Day 5. I am hallucinating. And what happens is, and this is where I get like, to this day, I still have a little bit conflicting thoughts about what was happening, because while the medical experts and the teams that took a look at me after this challenge was over, just to give a rundown of my stats and of my medical condition, just because I was interested. Even though they tell me that, like, yes, you 100% were not humiliated. That happened earlier in this video. I'm not humiliated anymore. Yes, you were absolutely hallucinating, because of the lack of food, because of the lack of sleep, because of the many diseases that you've contracted from various insects. I was also bitten by a spitting cobra. That was the experience of a lifetime, because I did have to, I'm nearly invincible, but let's be honest, a bite from a spitting cobra is something you don't play, even me, I don't play around with. So as soon as I realized that I was bitten by a spitting cobra, and it was right about here that it happened, because I was trying to grab it, because I said, maybe this will be my first meal. I am pretty hungry. 5 days, no food. I'm pretty hungry. Grabbing for the spitting cobra, and it gets me right there. And I literally feel it inject me with its venom, and I'm like, okay, this is serious. So I rip it off. I bite its head clean off. Its blood is gushing all over the place. I actually drink the blood out of its body. And in one swift movement, I eat the entire thing. I don't cook it. Which definitely came back to bite me in the end. No pun intended, because it already bit my hand, and I could feel the effects of the venom from this spitting cobra almost immediately. You start feeling it. What it does is it coagulates your blood, and that ain't good. It ain't good for your blood to start coagulating while it's still in your body. Like, we need some coagulation of blood. If you get a cut or something, the blood coagulating actually helps it helps seal off the wound, and it helps stop the bleeding because it'll block off any open vessels with the coagulated blood. But if the blood is in your veins and is coagulating in your veins, yeah, that's going to kill you pretty fast, actually. So you actually don't want you don't want that. So right, Molly. And by the way, I found Molly on this trip at the island. She was an island cat, and that's how I got her. That's so cool. I just remembered that. But yeah, so I feel my blood coagulating. I say, "Oh God, okay, I might have gone a little bit far trying to just grab this thing barehanded." You gotta be able to, if you want to be number one like me, you gotta be able to admit when you've made a mistake. Okay, that's important. Because if you can admit when you make a mistake, people respect all the boasting and the bragging that comes later on, because you've shown your humility. And also, part of being number one is being humble, is being able to admit your faults, which I have very few of. But when once in a blue moon, let's say maybe 1 or 2 times a year for me, I will make a mistake. The snake biting my hand was definitely one of them. I think actually that year I might have made 3 mistakes. That was a crazy year, though. That was a crazy year. I was hanging out with Hanks a lot. And if you hang out with Tom Hanks too much, you're going to start making some mistakes. Honestly, some people might argue that hanging out with Tom Hanks is a mistake in and of itself, because you don't hear about it almost ever, because he's got such a good PR team. I actually helped him get hooked up with his PR team. There's some guys that I already knew, good guys, but he's got a good PR team. So yeah, he gets into a lot of trouble, but most of us never hear about it because these guys are top notch. Where was I, man? So many stories. Yeah, no, that year, what was that year? I think that's 2006. No. When did Castaway come out? That'll help me figure it out. I'll Google search that. Castaway, because the incident that inspired the creation of Wilson on the movie was based on my life, which is the whole point of this story. So me finding out what year Castaway came out is going to help me pinpoint what year number 9, what year challenge number 9 happened for me. Oh, 2000. This might have been 97, which is the year I was born. So this was, yeah, no, that sounds right. It was 97, and I do remember being an infant when this all happened. So, yeah, no, that sounds right. So yeah, no, I mean, I knocked it out basically right away. And challenge number 10, because remember, the challenges go from 10, 9, 8, 7, and then 1 was the most severe and demanding of the challenges, which I actually finished last year. Hello, big deal. I don't think any of you heard about it, because I don't need all the praise. It doesn't hurt when I get it, but I don't seek it out. And I think that's part of being number one. Is if you know that you're number one, you don't have to prove it. I already proved it. And now I just get to enjoy everything that comes with that, which, is a lot of money. And it's fame amongst the elites, it's fame that doesn't necessarily transcend down to people like you, because you're honestly, like, in the circles I run in, you're a nobody. Sorry, I know it's harsh, but it's, life is harsh. Trust me, I know. And we don't really worry about, news about someone like me getting down to people like you, because what difference does that really make? It doesn't make any difference. What money are you gonna throw around to influence anything? You don't have money, essentially. Like, even if you have $1 million, compared to like anyone that I associate with or myself, that isn't even money, because you don't understand the levels we're operating on. It's apples and oranges, really. So it's why would you need to know about me? This is a treat. This is an undeserved and unearned treat for me to tell you guys. And yeah, and you should thank me for that. Yeah. Be grateful. It doesn't hurt. Actually, gratitude is another one of those characteristics that really can take you up a few levels. You're not going to be number one, because I'm already there. But maybe number 1,300,000, something, blah blah blah. Be gracious, be gratitude, and be full of gratitude. Just because. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. I just found a hair on my desk. Ugh, I think it belongs to my wife. Ugh. Ew, I hate hair. Ugh. I tried to get my whole family, including the cats, on board with this idea that I thought up a few months ago. That was what it was called. Was what I termed, or what I came up with for this idea, was it was called Project No Hair 2025. And so what it was gonna be, now unfortunately my family did not get on board, was what was going to be, like hair growth supplements, supplements you take to get a full head of hair if you're balding or thinning. Well, I happen to create a line of supplements specifically for myself and my family, because I don't like hair at all. I don't like to see it. I don't like to wear it. I don't like this mustache. I don't like this full head of hair. I'm just blessed with, and honestly for me it's a curse, because I don't like hair. but I'm cursed with these genes with just impeccable hair. And it's a problem for me because I don't like hair because it's gross. It's nasty. You ever think about what hair is? I'm not going to get into it for you guys, but it's nasty is what it is. So I tried to get my family on this plan, Project No Hair 2025. And yes, the people who came up with Project 2025, the Heritage Foundation, those copycats copied off of me. Take from that what you will. But they copied off of me. So that Project 2025 name and a lot of the values and perspectives and things they want to do with the government, basically, transforming the United States from a democracy, or I know a lot of people like to call it a republic or whatever, into like an oligarchy in the style of Russia. A lot of that they got from me. So, but what their plan does not include is anything about no hair. And that's what still differentiates me from them. That's probably the only thing that differentiates me from them. But it's to me, it's a big deal because I hate hair. So I don't like my wife having hair. I don't like me having hair. I don't like my cats having hair, especially because their hair, they shed it. And, I shed a little bit. Like if I run my hands through my hair, like, a couple hairs will come off. But my cats shed a lot. But, excuse me, I keep burping. This is so embarrassing. And being publicly humiliated a second time? Seriously? Yikes. Anyway, I tried to get him on board with Project No Hair 2025, but my wife said, absolutely not. We're not doing this. I have no interest in this. I don't even know why you have such a problem with hair. And I said, it's probably, based in trauma for me. I don't know. It's just, I don't want to talk about it. It makes me uncomfortable to even talk about. But she said no. So I'm stuck. I'm stuck with hair. My family's stuck with hair. It's so stupid. But you know what they say, happy wife, happy life. Right, fellas? So that's a little bit about me. But to get back to, I know I've brought up a number of topics. And all of them are equally important and vital to understanding who I am. But to get back to a little bit about number 9, about challenge 9. On day 5, I'm hallucinating severely, which was revealed, okay, mind you, I was not aware at the time that I was hallucinating. That's an important detail to understand this story. I only became aware that I was hallucinating after they got me. They took me back to the homeland. I had some medical testing done, and they did a CAT scan of my brain. There was damage. I won't get into the severity or anything, but it's not really relevant. I don't like talking about it. the point is, I only became aware of the fact that I was hallucinating for a lot of the experience, which was 100 days long. And mind you, I started hallucinating on day 5. So most of the experience, I was what they say, I was in a deep, what did they say? I was in a deep state of self-induced psychosis, and I was very belligerent, and aggressive, and I mean, delusional is goes without saying, and really my those same. Okay, more context. I had a falling out with these medical professionals, right? Because I just didn't take too kindly to being challenged in some of the ways they were challenging me. Because honestly, at that point, 100 days in this kind of altered reality, altered state of perception, I had a completely different understanding of everything, of reality, of myself, a different conception of myself. Instead of understanding that I am, basically the best human on earth and I'm number one, and I've completed all these various tasks and challenges that prove that status, I was in such a delirious state of auto-induced or self-induced psychosis because of my lack of sleep, my lack of eating, and the various diseases that I've taken on because of insect communication or communicable diseases from insects and various other life forms on that island. I was actually believing that I was worthless, and basically, it was a dark time. I had a lot of dark thoughts, and instead of having this understanding that I'm this practically invincible fortress of a human being, and a forward thinker, and I'm basically I am kind of the secret ingredient, if you will, to unlocking the full potential of this universe and for solving all the ailments and shortcomings of humanity. I'm kind of the one person who can stand in the gap between the failures of humanity and the true full, what's the best way to say this? The full realization of the human form. That's a good way to put it. That's what I am, personally, me. Joke Book Rally. Yeah. But during this time on Challenge 9, I was in a dark place. I didn't believe any of that about myself. I actually believed the opposite. I actually believed that I was some sort of a not an anti-hero, more like a kind of, the Joker. There's Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. There's Heath Ledger. I know Jack Nicholson played the Joker at one point. Jared Leto also was the Joker. And there was probably some other guys back in the earlier days, like the 60s and the 50s. Oh, wait, didn't... no, that wasn't the Joker. I was going to say Jim Carrey, but he played the Riddler, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, no, he played the Riddler, and Jack Nicholson played the Joker. And then Michael Keaton played Batman. But yeah, I had this belief about myself that was completely foreign to me before taking this trip or starting this challenge. I I had this belief that I was like this this evil, nihilistic and really sadistic and masochistic and demented and really vile type of guy, in sort of a way that transcends just being a bad person singularly. It was more like I was sort of, and mind you, I was in a deeply, profoundly altered state. I was experiencing psychosis on a level that probably few other beings have, and who have come out with a perfectly intact consciousness on the other side, who have come out of that psychosis without a completely fractured consciousness, because I'm perfectly sane today. But at that point, and it's almost embarrassing to admit it, but I've kind of reached the point where nothing embarrasses me, even though I was putting on a little bit of show that I was doing public humiliation earlier. Ha ha ha. Not true. I don't get embarrassed. I can admit my faults. I can admit my shortcomings, but it doesn't embarrass me to do so. Because why should I be embarrassed about anything that you people think? You nothing people, right? You know what I mean? It wouldn't make sense. We're hardly even the same species. But where was I? I was in a dark place is where I was. And I was conceiving of myself as sort of a joker, sort of a guy, embodying sort of the spirit of evil as we know it, on sort of a epic and deified level, almost as a sort of kind of in biblical perspectives, you would call it the Satan. I conceived of myself as kind of the Dark Lord, and so it was dark. But to get back to kind of the point of why I brought this whole thing up, which is my connection to Tom Hanks, not Tom Cruise. Never actually met Tom Cruise, because I'm not a Scientologist, and I actually have a lot of come here. She wants my attention. My cat Molly wants my attention, and I can't blame her. But clapping my hands, try to remember what I'm saying. Ha ha ha. Yeah. I don't mess with Scientology. Me and the Church of Scientology, we have a history, we have beef. Basically, I'm the leader of a competing, we don't call ourselves a religion, but we work in a lot of the same spaces as religious institutions do. So, but we don't see eye to eye. Let's just say that we have a completely different perspective about how the world works. So I don't associate with Tom Cruise. Anywho, yes, the volleyball. This all comes back to the volleyball. In my demented, altered state of perception, one characterized by a very dark understanding of myself and the world, I started looking at this volleyball in a new light, and I started personifying the volleyball, which was combined with my delusions and my hallucinations to where I actually believed that the volleyball was speaking to me and that it had a human face, and that it was called Wilson. And so I was referring to it as Wilson. Mind you, I believe that was the Dark Lord, and that Wilson was essentially like my demonic archangel, who would complete various tasks on the island, and what I believed at the time was throughout the world. I I believe that Wilson could inhabit multiple forms. It was more of a spiritual entity that was simply manifesting through the volleyball to me at that time, but could simply manifest anywhere in the world through any object, animate or inanimate, as it so desired, to basically work out my will on the world. Now, my the medical professionals that I worked with after challenge number 9, they were telling me over and over that this was 100%. This was all delusions. This was all nonsense. You know, it was all just a product of my psychosis. And this is where I get a little fuzzy with things, and I'm not really sure where the truth begins and where the delusions, where the truth ends and the delusions begin. Because while I'll admit that I was probably hallucinating on some level, there was probably a separation between my perceptions of reality and and reality, let's just say. I don't know. I still hear Wilson's voice all the time. And, stop. She's stepping on my Nintendo Switch. Lucy. She's Molly. She's not Lucy. Was Wilson just speaking through me, trying to commune with the Dark Lord, Lucifer? That could be true, but it could also be false, because I'm not sure what I necessarily believe about what was going on with me and with the world on challenge number 9, because I have a lot of respect for medical professionals. I myself have worked in the field, so I understand all the hard work that goes into being a medical professional, being a doctor, being a cardiologist, all of that. I've been a cardiologist for many years. But I've been since trip 9, since challenge 9, I've been hearing Wilson's voice on a regular basis. I would say it's not quite daily, but probably it's weekly. It's weekly. And it's some weeks more than others. But definitely still hear him, and he still says very dark things about himself and about me. So I take it all. I take the whole experience, the whole trip, kind of with a grain of salt, because my perception was highly altered at that point. So I can only speak so objectively about everything. It's extremely subjective, my reporting of it. So and also I was an infant at the time of the trip, so I've really never known a reality. I've never really known a life where I didn't hear Wilson's voice, if that makes sense. Since I was an infant when I when I began challenge 9, that's when I started hearing Wilson's voice, seeing his face manifested on this volleyball. And ever since that, but that was basically the beginning of my life. It's persisted, my communications with Wilson. So, and I fight the beliefs about myself as the Dark Lord. I fight those beliefs. I'm not convinced by them. I'm not also, it's nuanced. Let's just say it's nuanced. You know, we all have experiences through our lives who shape us into the person that we become. Mine just happened to shape me into number one of all humans. But you know, you've probably had experiences in your little life of your, and I'm sure they're very meaningful to you. But you know, just it doesn't matter to me because people like me, you know, we're on a different, and this is what you guys don't understand. People like me who move in the spaces I move with the power that I move with, we're practically in different worlds than you. So trying to relate to me, to my life, to people I know, who I associate with, trying to relate to us as like a fellow person doesn't really make sense. You don't understand the amount of power we have. You don't understand the amount of wealth. It necessarily separates our perception of the world, and it necessarily separates our understanding of ourselves as individuals and of our place in the world and our role. And you know, it's again apples and oranges. It's apples and oranges. Yeah, we're not your friend. We're not your friend. And we are so very different from you, that you really can't even begin to understand what I'm talking about here. And that's good for me and real bad for you. Trust me. But I still, you know, I'll still do my little, you know, things for you all, like hacking. You know, I stopped basically I think today. No, because I did one before I started recording. I've saved the world from, at least that I can remember today, at least 3 extinction level events. This afternoon, actually, because my life is so rapid paced and chock filled with action, adventure, and high stakes and nail biting tension, and you know, like the state of things is constantly resting on my shoulders. You know, the status quo. That, like, you know, I can remember what's happened since lunch, but breakfast, bro, that feels like eons ago today. You know, what happened this morning? Sorry. Good luck, you know, jogging my memory for that. And I know I started this video, and we were going to react to a smelly one. To his videos. I know we didn't get very far in that, because, you know, other things came up. Honestly, things are much more important than what Mr. A Smelly One is up to. If you can believe it. More important things came up. Yeah, no one's surprised by that. A Smelly One. Yeah, I'm sure you do stink, bro. Anyway, I've been recording this video for about an hour and 30 minutes, and I know it's hard to believe that a guy like me talking this long, unedited, uninterrupted, a guy like me could have, my throat's starting to hurt, my vocal cords are getting tired because I've been talking so long. But yeah, that's starting to happen to me. I'm starting to lose my voice because I've just been, I got so much to talk about. There's so many cool things for me to talk about for my life. But I need to rest the old vocal cords. I need to have some throat coat tea. And I'll be back another time. But in the meantime, guys, Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Send this to your friends, to your loved ones, to your mothers, to your fathers, to your daughters, to your stepsisters, to your stepbrothers, to your aunts and uncles, and your nieces and nephews, and your teachers, classmates, professors, law enforcement officers, and military personnel. And I will see you. And hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification button so that when I upload again, you will be the first to know. And I'll make sure that it's you specifically. I'll see you in the next episode. Okay, bye.